Good afternoon. So for the lesson, I chose to pick a seventh grade level because I currently teach seventh grade, and I chose rates and proportions because that's a really big component of seventh grade math. So this is the problem that I chose. It's a level B. And so for me, if I were to give this problem to my students, these would be my solving goals. That the students gain that proportional reasoning, they understand ratios, rates, and proportions, and they also understand that it's a multiplicative comparison. Some of the misconceptions that I view for this problem would be that since they see that Diane is running less yards in her rate, they're going to think that she runs slower. Another misconception is that Tom, if they solve it setting up in a proportion, Tom, he's going to get the larger of the seconds in numbers. And so some students might have that misconception for time, thinking that he won, and not realizing that the less time means that you got there faster, and so you're the winner. And another misconception is that they don't understand that it's a multiplicative relationship, and so they'll use like an additive model instead. So one of the ways that when I'm teaching rates at the beginning is I like to draw the pictures because it really shows the kids the breakdown. Where are we getting this time from? So give them a key showing that, that little block there represents 1 yard for Diane if it's pink and 1 yard for Tom. And then in the end, you'll see that the lines are exactly the same size. So the kids will understand, okay, they're running the same distance. Now we just got to focus on the time. And so we broke up the models into Tom running 6 of the yards within the 4 seconds. So then when he runs the next 6 yards, it's now 8 seconds and so forth. And so then this helps the students see, okay, he ran the entire 30 yards in 20 seconds. And then they can compare that to Diane's model, in which she was running less yards, but she ended up, beating him in seconds. And so a really good explanation from the students would be that she ran 30 yards 2 seconds faster than Tom, or it took Tom 20 seconds to complete the 30 yards and it only took Diane 18. So just some sort of justification for their work. Another way that I would like to teach this, of course, after I've gone over the model, give them, take away that concrete example, would be setting up the proportion so that the students could understand it, that the rate is a comparison of time to distance. And so they can come up with an equivalent time to distance. And when they have that missing factor, how to cross multiply and divide. And then finally, going into that unit rate. So the students would be able to understand, okay, so if I know that Tom ran 6 yards in 4 seconds, then I can divide that to figure out how many yards he's actually running per second. And then the same with Diane, okay? So this would be the last one for the examples.